Ladies and gentlemen, good evening.
Daughter,
Good night. Bye-bye. All right, love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, the Red Sox have ruined Rafael Devers. We're here to tell you why in the program. Stick around for that. Until then, as we always do, we're going to start with some opening takes. We're going to start with Ray. Please, kick us off.
Thank you there, Richard. For the past 5 years that we've been doing this, we discussed how to make All-Star games better. What should they add? What should they eliminate? Hell, they should even just get rid of the game itself because it's been boring. But the NHL said, hold my beer. And Gary Bettman has this Four Nations face-off, and it is the most exciting thing on an All-Star event weeks of games. It's been amazing, and that's why I am for it. I think they should take it and run with it. MLB can do the similar thing with the Four Nations tournament in season, eliminate 2 weeks of the MLB season, make a tournament out of it. NBA can do the same thing. I think we finally found the blueprint in the AHL. Kudos to you.
Thank you very much, Bobby.
Yes, New England Patriot fans, let me tell you something. T. Higgins was never coming here. Stop it. It was a pipe dream. He was never coming. He hates the New England Patriots, and he doesn't want to be on your team. He doesn't want to be on the Bengals either. He wants to be someplace else altogether. But it wasn't going to be that easy. It wasn't just going to be that the perfect receiver, the perfect tackle was just going to sit there, and we were just going to pay him his money, and he was going to come here, and it was going to be kumbaya. Nope. It's going to be much harder, and we're just going to sign a bunch of mid-level guys and take it from there. The only way this team gets high-end talent is going to be drafting it because nobody wants to come here right now.
There were way too many opportunities from other jokes in there. Come here, take it. And you know what? We're going to do a clean show today, okay? And you're muted, right? Because you are dumb.
You're a better man. You're a better man. Positive show.
Two dumb strikes for you so far since we've started this. One on camera, one off. My opening take, let's bring it back to the All-Star game. I'm going to flip sports here. The reason why the Four Nations thing is going so well is because it's hockey and because it's hockey players. And basketball, the biggest problem with basketball is the players. I'm so fucking sick of the player empowerment. It's the worst in basketball, but it's happening everywhere except hockey. But it'll come with more money, comes more player empowerment. And tell you what, it ruins the sport. Sorry, Dennis Schroeder. It's not modern day slavery. You're all millionaires and you're ruining our sports that we love. And that's why the All-Star game sucks, Draymond Green, not because they have to change the rules every 2 years, every year because no one watches the thing because ratings blow. It's because you guys blow. It's because no one wants to go out there and just compete. Oh, I don't know, for the sake of winning? No, that's what the guys are doing in hockey because they're goddamn hockey players. And that's what the NBA should learn. That's what these basketball players should learn. And maybe we'll see a swing. Maybe we got a new generation come in with the younger guys. We haven't seen that quite yet. We'll wait and see, but you're not fixing the NBA All-Star game no matter what you do. You can go USA versus Mars. Baseball, you can go USA versus Venus. Doesn't matter. These guys make too much money. They don't give a shit. So enjoy your hockey.
What about the Monstars?
Even they got boring at the end. Space Jam 2. No one watched that. LeBron.
I didn't watch that one. Yeah, no, I didn't watch that one.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the Red Sox ruined Rafael Devers, like I told you at the top. I got to tell you why. Okay, we've got controversy in Boston. We went from high to low real quick. This is how you do it with the Red Sox, Bobby. Bobby's learning. He's never watched baseball in his life except for when he played minor leagues, and they kicked him off the team.
I did not get kicked off the team. I was an integral member to that team.
Yeah. He built the base of the Sandcastles at second base with Nick Edgar. Rafael Devers is causing storms down there in Florida for the Red Sox. We're going to talk about that and why the Red Sox ruined him, but it's still Devers' fault. Patriots offseason takes an immediate hit. I think Bobby made a good point among the mother joke layups. Take this as a warning, Patriots fans. The wide receiver didn't work out you wanted to. You need 1,000 other positions. They're also not going to work out the way you want them to. So gear up for that. We'll take a stab at what we think should happen. Four Nations face off. Let's dive into that a little bit closer. You got the USA versus Canada. The tournament will be tomorrow night.
Finals,
tonight as this airs. Trump may be in the building. We've got booze. We've got nations rivalries, all for an exhibition game. It's the biggest thing in sports right now. Who would think we would be saying
Nosebleed tickets worth $80 2 weeks ago. They're now cheapest tickets. I think it's like $350 to get into the building.
I heard $1,200 was door price.
Really?
Yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right,
It's
then.
come
I
down a
stand
little bit
corrected.
today, but 1,200 was to get into the door.
No shit.
We'll go back to that NBA bitch fest. We'll bring on Coach Draymond, see what he has to say, tell him how wrong he is. We've got a This or That with Chief Bobby and Simplest Minds of the Week. This is the Simple Minds Sports Show, Friday Rewind, February 20th, live special edition Wednesday, February 19th. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently, they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
I'm on vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot. And welcome to the show. If you're watching on YouTube, you're welcome. New room for Bobby. I'm looking pretty good tonight. The eyes are popping. Ray, if you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening, rate, subscribe, review. Tell your friends, as always, tell your mothers. Tell them about the newsletter. Latest content. Blogs are popping off this week. We've got top 5. We've got all the baseball drama down there in Boston, all on the website. Don't miss it. One spot every Friday comes to you. Simple and easy podcast, blogs, everything we got going on. Just go to the website, simplemindsports.com. Simplemindsports.com. Join the newsletter. We are here Wednesday night live, which is different from our Thursday night because I have a conflict tomorrow, next 2 weeks for work. And Ray's here with us. I didn't think he was going to be here with us. So explain this to me, right? When I said I can't do Thursday, I could do Wednesday the next couple weeks, and you said Tuesday.
You said Wednesday or Tuesday. You said what day works for you guys, Tuesday or Wednesday. I said Tuesday's fine.
No, I didn't. I said Wednesday, and then you said Tuesday. And I said, who wants the week off? Because Bobby said I can do Wednesdays. Which the assumption was, okay, Ray can do Tuesday, Bobby can do Wednesday. I can't do Thursday. So either way, we got a 2-man show going on here one of these days. And I said, which one of you would like the day off? And then Ray said, do Wednesday, as in, fuck you, I'm out.
It's a typical Ray quandary that he put himself in.
Work sucks for me next 2 weeks. I can do Wednesdays, won't be free Thursdays next 2 weeks. I said I can do tomorrow. Bobby said I can do Wednesdays. Tuesday or Wednesday, who wants the week off? I just said Wednesday. I didn't know what you were talking about because I'm retarded.
This is a perfect cycle of life for the Simple Minds Sports Show for going on 6 seasons we've been doing this. Something happens, I get frustrated because Ray doesn't pay attention. Then I bring it up to him and he goes, no, I'm right. And then he reads through the section and he goes, oh shit, I'm wrong and retarded. And there we have it. But then I always think you should know, because I get so angry and frustrated because you do it on a fucking daily basis that it drives me insane. And most of our entire lives lives through a text message communication, which is probably the root of it. Because I cannot believe you are that fucking stupid in real life. You'd be dead if you went through life communicating like that in real life. You'd be dead. Like you couldn't be able to do like green light, red light.
I'm pretty sure that it isn't that difficult to live your life plumbing.
It isn't. It's very easy. I have a desk. I mean, I do have a desk, guys. So I am kind of.
I know he has a desk.
You are moving up. Actually,
didn't you get some sort of promotion? Aren't you like the assistant to the head plumber now?
Nope. The promotion I got was with your mother, and she lets me do anal.
No. See, shoehorn that in because I've jumped on your throat, and I didn't mean to. I wasn't that upset about it. I actually anticipated that you didn't know what you're talking about, so that's fine. Speaking of not knowing what they're talking about, Rafael Devers left camp, came back to camp. Alex Bregman was signed, and we got a whole kerfuffle down there in Florida in spring training. He's refusing to give up third base. For Alex Bregman, the newly signed Red Sox. Let's hear what Rafael Devers had to say when asked if he would be okay with moving off third base.
What if they insist you have a DH?
No,
Even if they insist?
no,
What about first base?
no.
Are you
Just third base?
Yes.
are you frustrated or annoyed with
No.
all of this
I'm good.
questioning?
Why is it so important to you to stay?
¿Cómo fue?
Que por qué es tan importante para ti quedarte en tercera base.
Porque mi posición no va a cambiar mi posición de un momento a otro así por así.
Yeah, it's like I said, like I've been saying, it's my position, and I'm not just gonna change on a whim like that. So yeah, that's just my reaction currently.
I love how he couldn't understand that question in English. He had to go to his interpreter. That's the thing that pisses me off the most. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Right. All right. Relax.
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Relax, fucking DEI cop. Can you just play the first half of that? Just the first.
His demeanor is hilarious. First of all, he should be a comedian. Someone asked him a question. No.
No.
See?
Yeah.
No. See? No.
No.
He was like a Seinfeld character with like over exaggerated
There you go.
personality.
What if they insist you have a DH?
No,
Even if they insist?
no,
What about first base?
no.
Are you
Just third base?
Yes.
are you frustrated or annoyed with
No.
all of this
I'm good.
questioning?
Why is it so important to you to stay?
No.
No.
It's like when Ray's mother asked for cunnilingus. No. Yeah, a real. I've been listening to this mostly all week when it first came out, and many adjectives for the way attitude, tonality. We on this show would call that a firm level of cuntiness, just peak cuntiness.
Yeah.
No. And the reason it's a big deal is because, of course, they just signed Alex Bregman, who is a two-time World Series champion, two-time All-Star, the reigning Gold Glove winner at third base.
Bobby, that means he's
Behind
really
Bregman.
good. He means that he's really good at third base. He's
If
really
you
good
want to
defensively.
explain that to Bobby and anybody else who's not a big baseball fan, can I tell you where Rafael Devers has ranked in errors for third baseman the last 7 years? Ready?
Mhm.
Last. 7 years straight, the most errors at the position. He is statistically the worst third baseman, at least in the American League, if not the entire all of baseball. And can you just one more time, Ray? Rafael, do you plan on moving off third base now that Alex Bregman's here?
No.
Sorry. You can play the clip next time. Oh, you already deleted the clip, didn't you? Come on. I mean, I like.
I have to keep going with it.
Keep it while we're in the segment.
All right, I'll do that next time.
Okay, thank you.
No.
No.
Rafael Devers signed a 10-year, $300+ million deal that started last year. This is the second year of it. He's in year 2 of a 10-year deal. He is. I mean, I could barely hear his answers over his tits in that interview. That's how fat he is. He's like,
Whoa. They can't fat shame. No fat shaming here, baby.
I can fat shame professional athletes all I want.
Yeah.
They are bajillionaires based on their athletic ability. If there's anybody in the world that you can call fat, it's
Baseball player.
professional
You
athletes.
should be able to fat shame anybody. They need to know how they look. And
But baseball players are the
better.
most egregious, out of shape players in all of sports.
For sure. And Rafael Devers is peak among them.
Yep.
I think
Something about third base. Remember, Panda was overweight. Came in here. He was like pushing like 300.
Lou, we should have brought that picture up.
I could just see how the negotiation for the contract went. They were like, all right, Rafael, 250. No. 275. No. 300? Yes.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Yeah.
Let's say it's French, you fucking idiot. It's okay. It's close to Quay, but not quite Q. Rafael Devers. The whole plan with Rafael Devers, his entire career, the big fatty, it was going to be moving from third base to DH for the Boston Red Sox, but apparently that wasn't in his plans. But it lines up. Everyone thought that was coming. Maybe this is a little bit sooner than they thought it was coming. But when you have the most errors at a position 7 years in a row, like, do you not get? You already got your look. Here's the check marks for Rafael Devers. Got your money, right? Someone might want to play the field if they have the payday coming up. DHs don't get paid as much as positional players traditionally, unless you're David Ortiz. But he already got his bag. He got a 10-year contract. So you got your money. Check. You blow in the field. Check. This is not a Derek Jeter not switching positions for A-Rod deal. Jeter won the Gold Glove 3 years after A-Rod joined the team. Rafael Devers blows. Legitimately sucks.
You'll never win Gold Glove ever.
He can't even scrape his fat ass off the bottom of the errors total in the AL. You suck in the field. You just signed the best player at that position. The juxtaposition of that is you're the worst, he's the best. You are the worst defensive team in the AL last year. He makes you significantly better by going to that position. We have a natural fit for you as a DH in this game called baseball, where all you have to do is hit, you fatty.
And you get paid millions of dollars to do it.
Has this been explained to him properly? Maybe that's just the problem.
Someone send this to him, because last check mark for him, he's fat. All of that equals DH, designated hitter. Sit down. A couple times a day, you get up, you swing the bat, you do it very, very good. Baseball been very, very good to me. Sammy Sosa, hit it over the fucking fence, and then go back and sit down.
Is he a fat
Is
jack?
there a more cushier job in entire professional sports than being a designated hitter only? Literally, all you have to do is walk up to the plate 4 to possibly 5 times every day and swing.
Long
The
snapper.
only other cushier job is left-handed reliever in baseball, of which there are more of, and generally they get paid better. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You keep fat shaming him. Is he a fat jacked or is he just fat?
No, he's fat.
So there's okay, he's just like David Ortiz was a fat jacked man. You know what I'm saying? He was
bigger.
pudgy.
It was Ortiz was just like more built like a lineman.
He could carry his weight, but he put on a t-shirt, and the t-shirt would wrap around his biceps, and you'd see him flex it out, and boom. Rafi Devers is wearing baggy clothes, and his boobs are his man boobs are like, you can see
He's going through
impressions
Jenkos
in the sweatshirt. He was asked this question was asked to Alex Cora, the manager of the Boston Red Sox, about Rafael Devers' conditioning coming in, because get this, the guy that just said no, I'm not changing positions, can't actually get on the field to participate in the defensive positioning practice because he's too fat. He's inside taking ground balls on his knees because they're afraid he'll get hurt if he does any horizontal movement. When asked about his conditioning, Alex Cora said, yeah, he told me he came in at about 240, which is fucking a lie. He's at least 260, 275. If he told him, Alex Cora, he came in at 240. And Alex Cora said, how you feeling? Rafael Devers admitted to his manager, I'm a little behind schedule.
No shit. You know what I'm saying?
Standpoint. Like, the audacity. This goes back to my original opening point. The player empowerment, the audacity of these bajillionaire 27-year-old fucking professional athletes. I'm about up to here with it.
He can hire a personal chef. He can hire someone to walk around with him. So every time he has a sweet tooth, they can be like, no, knock it out of his fucking hand. Like he has all this money in the world to like get in perfect shape. Doesn't want to.
I think it's something different. It's called male insecurity, and that's what's on display right there. I think young Devers knows this and has seen it, and it has hurt his pride oh so very much.
Something's hurt. It doesn't matter. None of it will matter unless Christian Campbell can play second base. So as much of a big deal I just made of it, and it is, Rafael Devers just made it a big deal because all he had to do was go into that interview and say, I'll do whatever the team needs me to do. I'm here to win. We signed a 2-time champion, Gold Glove third baseman. Whether he means it or not, all he has to say is, if they need me to play DH, I'll play DH. I'm here to win. We haven't won in a long time. I'm here to get a championship for Boston. And everyone would have hurrayed him and threw him a parade and bought him donuts, a 6-pack a day if he wanted. Instead, he went out there and acted like a selfish asshole. And now people want to trade him for Vlad Guerrero. So he brought this on himself. I think it will be a little bit overblown, and they'll probably get beyond it. It all is dependent on Christian Campbell, one of their prospects coming up and playing second base, of which we don't know if he can do that. We don't even know if Bregman can be second base. So a lot of question marks still on the team. It's a good thing we have a new manager and a new GM, Raymond, in the name of Tristan Casas.
I think it's Rafi Devers' position. I think he's the third baseman, and at that point, that's where it stands. He doesn't know any other position. He doesn't want to play any other position. I mean, I think he's the best third baseman in the league. I wouldn't take anybody over him. So I think he should play third base. Yeah. I think Bregman should play second base. Yeah. I think he's going to make the transition well. I think he's athletic enough too. And I think Trevor, is going to play an awesome shortstop.
Guys, finished last place in errors for the past how many years now? He's the best player at third base.
That, for anybody who's not familiar with him, Bobby, was Tristan Casas, who's the Red Sox first baseman, who has a total of 1 year of major league experience. And if you care to give me your first impression of what that guy looked like, feel free.
Mike Welsh with no gray hair and tone.
Oh, that's a shame for Mike. I was going to go douchebag. I think it's just
I was leaning in that direction too.
I thought
and his eyes didn't seem quite aligned. They were kind of like one was up here, the other one was like here.
Remember that? What's that old show? Ray probably knows. I never watched it, but it's a good like punchline for a joke. The OC, reality show. Like Laguna Beach, like the young rich kid.
Laguna Beach, yes, I watched Laguna Beach.
He looks like a reject for that show. Like he auditioned there, like
you made it.
You don't belong here. That was him answering questions about the Devers Bregman controversy, of which, again, any normal professional athlete goes, that's above my pay grade. I'm here to play first base and smash dongers and dingers and dong-dongs. And he went,
dongers is what Bobby's mom hits on Sundays.
You're on it today, Ray, with your shitty jokes, okay? That was another layup that you missed.
Yeah, seriously.
Because he kept talking.
A lot of weight shedding off Raymond with those mother.
I know he's just mad because we're talking about fat people and he's getting a little,
he's
butthurt about it.
He's waiting for that fat joke to land on him. I just that one played. What an astonishing sound from this douchebag. Tool bag. He is an absolute tool.
Well, he also talked about the kids too, Richard. You told me to pull this clip, so I pulled it. If you want to hear it.
I haven't fucking got there yet. So why don't you wait a second?
Okay.
He's the epitome of a tool bag in everything that he does. But douchebag probably fits him a little bit better. A year in the league, he's giving the team advice on who should play third. The two-time champion, the 30-year-old
telling him where he should play.
Yeah, this guy, I think he can handle second. I've seen some film on him. He's got the athletic ability. He can handle second. And then now, Raymond, he was asked about the young kids, the prospects that the Red Sox have been touting for 4 years, the saviors of the franchise. I don't know if you have the question here. Let me give it to you. He's asked if those 3 prospects should land on the team on opening day.
If you're running the team, would you have Campbell, Anthony, and Meyer on the opening day roster?
No. I think we got some grown men up there right now that need to iron some things out. We need to show up and see what that first little taste of us all together looks like. I think their time is going to come, and it could be earlier rather than later. But I think for right now, the roster is beautiful. It's organized, it's great, and it's structured really well.
Kumbaya.
I think he was trying to answer the question in that way and just fucked it up.
His answer was no.
Yeah.
Should the three three best prospects, top 5 prospects in baseball start on the roster this year? No.
They can go fuck themselves.
Again, not in my purview, not in my pay grade. I'm not paid here to scout. I don't know what the skinny on these guys. Yeah. Just no. We got grown men here. They jobs belong to them.
People talked about it today. Like, do they not have media training, like to go out there and what to say? Like before they go to the podium, just be like, "I'm not answering any questions."
Rod Mayo culture.
Yeah, they just spout out the mouth. They're like, "Whatever."
I'll tell you what this culture is, and this is why we started the show with the Red Sox have ruined Rafael Devers. This is a loser culture. The Red Sox have been losers for 6 years. They have done it to themselves. They have made the financial and fiscal choice to be in the middle of the field and build, quote unquote, build their farm system and failed at it through Chaim Bloom. They had to fire him, tried to do the Tampa Bay method, and they have created a losing culture. And when you create a losing culture, there have been 3 deadlines in a row, trade deadlines in a row, that the Red Sox have been somewhat in contention for playoffs. They have either towed the line or not done enough to put their team in the best position. And when you have guys like Rafael Devers, who are bona fide superstars, $300 million players, and other veterans throughout the team, they see that in a franchise. They see them not investing in their teams and not investing in winning. You create a dysfunctional, dishonest, losing culture. So then you get guys like Rafael Devers coming in and saying, I'm not giving up my position. I sat here for 5 years while you dickheads didn't do shit to sign me any help. No, fuck you. Screw you. I'm not doing anything to help the team. You got Tristan Casas, who thinks he owns the joint because he's been touted the next big thing for 4 years running down in Red Sox farm system. Hopefully it's not the same thing with these 3 other kids coming up and all the other prospects coming up. But when you build a losing culture, you build losing players. And that's what you're seeing from Devers and Casas. You can get out of it. Some players are just losers. I think Casas is just a loser. I think Casas is going to be the guy that never meets his potential, always comes up short, never will play through an injury, that type of guy. We've already seen some of this. Devers, he's proven to be otherwise, but when you're in this type of culture for 5 years, it starts to weigh on you. So that's why these guys are acting like it. So you either have to cut the fat and get these guys out of the program and get rolling with the winning, or hope to God Alex Bregman, who's the only one with any type of and I guess Walker Buehler, who just won a championship, only guy with any pedigree, can come in there and slap these guys up outside the head and go, look at dickhead, that's not how you do things. Follow my lead. Let's win some ball games.
You know what's scary, though? If they do start winning, like, what would happen with Casas being like, hey, I was right all along. Look I told you that Bregman needed to go to second. Devers deserves to be at third. And I'm at first. Look at how we're rolling. We're in the playoff contention, blah, blah, blah. I think that would be the worst thing to happen right now. I think they need to get punched in the mouth first and then get back to reality, then take the next step forward.
Yeah, maybe. I think Casas is probably a bad example of this because I think he's just got permanent douche. Like, he's just got a real permanent douche going on.
He's like a Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward had his own problems. He wasn't a douche. He was just an injury
pussy. No, glass, made of glass.
He was glass Gordon. Yeah.
Bad at basketball.
Some would say.
So we'll see. That's the state of the Red Sox right now. Always good. We haven't even spring training is getting started. So we'll see. There's been a ton of baseball news. It's been I'll tell you this. I'll finish with this. The last time I was optimistic about the Red Sox team, and Billy Baseball did not agree with me. I don't think you agreed with me either, Raymond, was 2021, and they went to the ALCS. I have not been optimistic since. They have stunk since. I am not optimistic yet, but I am intrigued, which is different than the past 5 years. So
let me ask you a question. How close are you to pulling the trigger and getting the Nesson package?
I will never buy the Nesson package.
Okay, so then you're not optimistic then. You're not there.
2 reasons. Number one,
fuck John Henry.
Fuck John Henry.
Okay.
And the Nesson package, that's $35 for one of the worst products ever.
Yep.
And the reason it's one of the worst products ever, I'm out of market. It's not built for out of market.
Oh, you went through this with the NHL thing, didn't you?
I paid for Nesson 360 3 years ago and tried to watch games, Bruins and Red Sox. And they blacked out of market games. That make sense to me. Make that make sense. So I will never buy that. I may buy the MLB package.
Okay.
I may buy the MLB package. That's me intrigued. If I get to optimistic, I'll buy the MLB package.
Okay. So I will look for that email and password so I can steal it.
Yeah, I have your credit card information, so just check it out. We'll be right back with headlines of the obvious one.
Thank you, Richard. I'll be calling my bank tomorrow. No drama. The Sox don't need no drama, but that's exactly what they have after Rafael Devers refuses to move from third base after signing Gold Glove winner Alex Bregman. GM and president of baseball operations Tristan Casas signed off on the Devers comments saying he should play third. The second half of the NBA season starts back up after one of the most god-awful All-Star games anyone has ever witnessed. Tatum's All-Star team won, and Steph Curry took home game MVP. Celtics start back up Thursday night against the Philadelphia 76ers in Philly. That's because TD Garden will play host to Team Canada versus Team USA in the Four Nations final. These two teams faced off Saturday night and had 3 fights in the first 2 minutes of the game. Thursday night will be must-see TV. The window to tag players in the NFL opened on Monday, and the Patriots have made it known that they will not be tagging anyone. However, they did lose out on T. Higgins, who will be tagged by the Cincinnati Bengals as soon as possible. This has been Headlines with the obvious one. Back to you there, Richard. Richard's not there. Richard!
Hey.
Richard! I think he's home alone with the children, and I could hear them screaming. And if I start talking about anything, he's going to get pissed off and restart. Oh, there he is. Look at those tits. Speaking of fat tits. Woohoo! Hey, Rich.
Sorry, your mother was bellowing. Patriots offseason take an immediate hit. NFL free agency starts on March 12th, and the Bengals are expected to sign T. Higgins, or franchise tag him at the very least, with an effort to sign him long term. The NFL salary cap has been increased, giving the Patriots anywhere from $125 to $135 million in cap space. I ask, Bobby, where should the Patriots pivot in the wide receiver market?
Well, what they're going to have to do is probably look to the secondary free agent market. I wouldn't spend any significant trade resource on Kupp or Deebo Samuel. I think they're kind of both. I think Deebo's toast. I think Cooper Kupp is about as close to it as you can get. He is obviously fat, and
Deebo's
we know how we all feel about fat people, and especially fat athletes. We can't have that. So I would look to the free agent market. I think you could get one or two of those guys. And I think it would be a fine short-term fix until you can more solidify the position. I would go all in on what's left in the market.
Raymond?
Yeah. I mean, you got to address the need. I don't think you're going to get a superstar. I think, like we've been saying in the text exchange, you're going to have to hope and pray that they can evaluate the draft this year and get that home run pick in the draft. But someone like a Cooper Kupp, I'm finally moving on to that. Maybe you can get him. DK Metcalf is always going to be that flash in the pan guy that you're never going to get. You're having to give way too many assets, probably a first round pick for him. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. Stephon Diggs would be nice to get. Maybe even a Darius Slayton. You're not going to get a superstar, like I'm saying. You're going to have to hope you hit in the free agency. In the draft. But for free agents, I think you're just going to have to take a run at one of these guys, one of these veterans, and hope one of them signs for something.
The Patriots need to rehaul and overhaul their wide receiver room with veterans. They need to trade for one. They need to sign one. They need to draft a young kid to add to their youngish core. I trade for Cooper Kupp. The asking price last I saw, the 4th and the 6th, done in a heartbeat. Done.
I don't know if he can play anymore. That's the problem.
Oh, he can play. He just can he stay in the field? So injuries are a concern.
I see what you're saying, Rich, and I see what you're saying, Bobby. I think Bobby means he's injury prone now.
Well, he's been injury prone.
He's not. I just don't think he's the same player. I think
he's taking a step down. Yeah.
I don't think you need him to be the same player. There's a cut from the Super Bowl of Andrew Whitworth talking about Cooper Kupp and his ability to be a extra coach in mind on the field, which is what this offense needs with a young quarterback. You need all the help that you can give him with a new offense and Josh McDaniels. I think Cooper Kupp is a guy that you can come in and shield his minutes a little bit, especially with some young guys in the talent. He can show Demario Douglas kind of the ropes, along with Booty and Polk, who are still going to be sticking around. I think he's the perfect fit for this team from a outside perspective. You're not getting, as Ray put, you're not going to get anybody without warts at this point. Even the free agent list is stacked with guys without warts. So he's a Hall of Fame wide receiver. I for a 4th and a 6th round pick, I do that in a fucking heartbeat. From a free agent standpoint, Chris Godwin is a big name out there. He's coming off ACL surgery. That's another injury concern.
But he was also Chris Godwin was talking to the Bucks, and he's doing what like pushing off the deadline to get like an extension or whatever. He's like trying to work with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I think he's going to stay there.
Yeah, I would say so. Mike Evans did. Baker Mayfield has that going on. They seem like they got a tight knit thing going on there. So Amari Cooper is an interesting name. As a very quiet, solid performer everywhere he's been. I see you shaking your head, Ray. If you don't like it, then I'm in.
I think he's the most likely for the Patriots to get, because I think that he will just go whoever pays him the most money. I don't think Stephon Diggs would go to the Patriots. I think he's looking for a little bit more flash in his life. I don't think he's going to go to a boring team like the Patriots.
Coming off a blown ACL, isn't he?
Yep.
Or a,
I mean, we don't know how desperate the Patriots are going to get, and he's an option. He's going to be a free agent, and he's going to get made an offer. But yeah, I think Cooper is the most likely candidate. I think the Patriots could just basically overpay him, and he would come.
Look, if you give me Cooper Kupp, Amari Cooper, take a guy in the second or third round, and you pair that with Demario Douglas, Kayshon Boutte, and I know Jalen Polk was a massive disappointment. I'm not giving up on him yet. I think he's got enough skills. And if he can mature a little bit in professionalism to be around an actual organization, last year was shit show of the Patriots, maybe he can give you some production. I'm just not giving up on him yet. But Boutte produced, and Douglas we know has some potential there. So you give them some veterans and Kupp and Cooper. You limit their minutes. I think that's the recipe you're looking for. There's no home run in your wide receiver scenario. You just need professionals in that room. That's
what would you give for deals? What would you give them for deals if you could get Amari Cooper?
I don't know. I have no idea what the market's going to be for wide receivers. Gotcha. I have no idea.
I'm just wondering if it was like a kind of Red Sox approach where you just give a 1-year deal to see what they have and hope for the best that it helps Drake May get to that next level in the second year. Like,
it's
take a
football.
step up.
They're all basically 1-year deals.
Yeah,
so give a massive amount of fucking money up front for whoever you want to be sure you want. Identify who you want. I'm not the pro. I'm not Christian Casas here. Okay. I'm not the pro. The pros. Identify who you want, give them the most money to make sure you get them, and bring them in. That should be their approach. It should be their approach at wide receiver. It should be their approach at left tackle, and it should be their approach on defense, whether that be the defensive end or linebacking core, wherever it makes sense in Mike Vrabel's defense. Not sure. They need those 3 positions solidified with players who can come in immediately and make a massive impact on this team. And you have enough money to sign two at each of those positions if you want to. So fucking do it. In that note, nice segue, Rich. Thank you. What is your blueprint? Thank you. What is your rough blueprint? We've got a little bit before free agency starts. We have plenty of time to talk about this. So we've been shaking it around in the text chain. I'm sure it's been tossing around your head. Bobby, what's the rough blueprint for your Patriots offseason?
Rough blueprint begins with getting rid of all the malcontents, figuring out who needs to go and get rid of them. They're out. So then the secondary thing that I'm going to do, which is the primary thing for the roster, is to rebuild the trenches. I would put the primary assets into offensive and defensive line this year, and to being more competitive on the trenches, being able to stop the run, being able to run the ball. I would spend any premium draft picks on the big guys. I don't think that I would use any assets on receivers other than just signing them for money. I would want to draft one in later rounds to kind of keep it going. I would continue to try and sign players on defense and on offense that would just kind of build out the roster. They just kind of need to rebuild things. I think they need to get rid of some of the people that have been around here for a while and turn the roster over. But that's what I would do. Focus on the trenches this year and then wait for the toys later. Get a new running back. They need a third running back.
Would you, and that's it. So I'm looking at Bleacher Report, top 50 free agents. Number 1 free agent they have listed here is Trey Smith, who's a right guard from Kansas City. Would you, the Patriots have a bevy of interior offensive linemen. Mike Nwenu, chief among them at right guard, who's the 3rd highest paid right guard in the league, I believe. David Andrews is coming back, but an aging David Andrews, we're not sure. Cole Strange, Jake Andrews, Sidney So, the list goes on. I know I'm missing 2 or 3 younger players. The list goes on. Would you invest there as well? I mean, we know they need tackles, both left and right. But if given the option, let's assume that they do sign a left tackle. If Trey Smith, is a guy that shows interest and you can get him, do you do that too? Just to fuck it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If you can solidify the offensive line by any means necessary, even if it's at guard. Now, this is all being said, if he could play left guard or, we can't have 2 right guards. But yeah, 100%. Cut all those other assholes, trade them, do whatever you need. There's no point in having 8 guards that can't play. Get rid of them. You can find other guys that can't play and pay them nothing. You need 5 guys that can start. 100%. If you're strong up the middle with 2 good guards and a center that can play, at least you know that Drake May is not going to get blown up in his face. And then you can, of course, you need tackles as well, but you need to have something to build off of. So 100%, everything is on the table.
I'll say this, and I mostly agree with you. I was the guy that wanted to trade out of Drake May's position and get themselves a left tackle to start building from there. However, I was listening to Mark Schlereth, who made the point that it's better to have 5 pretty good offensive linemen that know how to work together than it is to have 2 stellar offensive linemen and 3 bags of shit. So, I would take that approach. And what I mean by that is I think if you solidify your tackle positions, the 6 or 7 interior guys that you have, I believe could work, especially with what we believe is an upgrade in coaching and Doug Marrone. Dante Scarnecchia is around the building again. Breaking news there if anyone hasn't heard that yet. So
David Andrews also was the quarterback on that offensive line. He wasn't there for the second half of the season when Drake May was out there. So you need David Andrews.
Also 30.
I know.
And
I understand that.
I just hip injury. He's got like heart palpitations. I wouldn't rely on him.
I wouldn't rely on him either, but he is the quarterback. He is the guy that could be the glue of that offensive line. Yes, he's probably going to take a step back, but also have Jake Andrews watch him and see what he does and say, this is what you need to do, kid. This is how you're going to get up in the world and how you can be 37 or 36, whatever I am, and be a solid NFL career.
Yeah, I guess my point, like if it goes to, we're going to get our left tackle. We're going to sign the what's the guy's name from Baltimore? Ronnie Stanley. Ronnie Stanley's in the building. We've got our left tackle. We believe we've got another right tackle, solidified right tackle. And now we can either go sign Trey Smith or we can sign the stud safety from Miami, Javon Holland. Do you stack that interior offensive line knowing you've got 6 guys in there that can compete for the job, or do you go get a free safety to actually play free safety, which you've not had since Devin McCourty? You've got a lot of holes to fill. I agree. You start inside out for sure. We're filling holes like Irene on a Tuesday night.
Thank you.
Front, back, top, bottom, sides, all around. We actually have a little song for that. It kind of goes to the patty cake melody, but we won't do it tonight. So they've got decisions to make, and again, you're going to have to pay suck tax. You're the worst team in the league. You've got momentum with your quarterback and your coach, so that may help you with guys. And Mike Vrabel's, I think, got connections throughout the league, so signing guys should be easier than it was last year. We still don't know who's going to be in that negotiation room. Is it Elliott Wolf and his Poindexter ass blowing deals again? I think there's a lot of question marks. I agree with your principle. Start from the inside out. Ray, where's your blueprint start?
Inside out. And so Bobby and I have been saying it on a text exchange, and you and Bill have been so negative about it, but you got to build those lines, both sides of the ball, offense and defense. Bobby and I have been saying this for weeks now after watching that Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl win. This is the blueprint right here. It's just, you got to build the lines up so you can run the ball. You can line on the defense so you can attack the quarterback.
He just suited up. He zipped himself up. He's strapped up.
I don't know if he's trolling me or not. I've been saying that for 3 fucking years. And
he's specifically trolling you, and he goaded you into this. And
Bobby got 12,000 views on our social medias about the Eagles falling apart after this year. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You are. I was goaded, and boom, bitch.
Yeah, boom, roasted. Nice job, Raymond.
Mad at myself for it.
Thank you. Yep, you should be.
Fuck. Okay. Well, we've got a lot. We've got a lot of time to talk about the Red Sox offseason, the most cap space in the league, a lot of holes to fill, as we mentioned. And we're going to do it from the inside out, as Ray's been saying from the beginning.
Get better linebackers.
I've also been saying that for years. Fucking.
Oh,
right,
Bobby said that. Bobby said that on the text.
Fuck you, Ray. Quick break.
You got to go get another beer.
He just looks mad.
I'm parched with anger. 4 nations face off. USA, Canada, Finland, Sweden. Man, this thing really took off. So exhibition tournament, 4-team exhibition tournament in place of what would normally be NHL All-Star festivities. Right from the jump, you had USA, Finland, Canada, Sweden. The USA Finland game got a ton of views. And then you go to the USA Canada game. They start you look like you're going to play something, Ray. You have highlights in this or no?
No.
Okay. The USA Canada game starts with 3 fights within the first 16 seconds of the game. USA, a lot of people are saying USA beat the shit out of Canada. Not really. If you watch the fights, they were draws at best.
Some of the guys are teammates. I know I forgot. Is it Brayden? No, Matthew Tkachuk and he fought one of his teammates. And
Brayden Tkachuk beat the shit out of Matthew Tkachuk's teammate.
that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. And the two Tkachuk brothers are like the Bash brothers from
Mighty Ducks in the
They
fucking
both-
town.
like, fuck yeah, brother. Like, oh, I got a good look at him, man. Like, very, very fucking American spirit. U.S. goes on to beat the Canadiens in that game in Montreal, where they booed the national anthem, which is becoming a thing in Canada. So you've got a political atmosphere ripe for
Fuck
the
you,
taking.
Ray. That just made me mad. Fuck you, Ray.
What'd I do?
Boo those Canadian fucks booing the national anthem. Those French Canadian assholes.
He is French Canadian. He does have a lot of Montreal.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
There it is. That
Nope.
fits that time.
No.
Speaking of the Tkachuk brothers, why don't you play this AI?
They booed our
Is it
national
AI?
anthem, so I had to come out and teach those maple syrup eating fucks a lesson. Canada, we own you, lil bro. We don't want Canada as our 51st state until they learn how to play hockey. Sam Bennett and Drew Doty, y'all softer than Charmin Ultra Soft. Me and my brother own Canada. We are Canada's biggest nightmare since Justin Trudeau. Best day in U.S. history since we won World War II.
AI
AI
is
is
scary,
good.
man. It's
AI
scary,
is-
dude.
Very good.
It's scary.
Charmin Soft is the one that gave it away. You got to get better jokes than that if you're unless it
Yeah,
was
yeah. Stupid robots.
So there you go. We got the championship game on Thursday. Trump's expected to be in the building. We'll see if they're going to boo the Canadian anthem.
You know they're going to boo
He's
the
out there.
Canadian.
Boo.
Those Boston boys will be out there just fucking booing, being
I think
sauced
so.
up.
Boston hockey fans have they are cringeworthy kind of loyalty and code. We do things by the code. Like, oh, let's be better than them. Let's not boo their national anthem. Let's be better than them and kind of hold to it. It's Canada. It's not fucking the Yankees. It's Canada. It's not like who hates Canada. We hate Montreal, but they're not the Canadians. It's the entire country. It's the 51st state. Why are we going to boo them?
Touché.
It'll be interesting. All eyes are on that. Like you said, ticket prices. I saw the door at $1,200 to get into the nosebleeds. So, hot ticket item for an exhibition game. Like you said, maybe some other leagues can learn something, a thing or two. But Nene, what you need is hockey players in order to make it interesting, and that's what you got. You need a game to start with 3 fights amongst teammates in a game that means nothing other than pride.
None of them have it. None of the other. Maybe baseball. Baseball, the Latin players, I think, are very loyal to their country.
Not the American baseball players.
Oh, fuck no.
I think
No.
you could get some younger NBA players with something to prove in a USA versus the world game, and you would certainly get a Giannis, a motivated Giannis, and apparently a Kyrie from Australia that maybe
Until those
Wait,
young kids get a taste of that money.
That's right. It's money's going to ruin everything.
Here's a
Always
thought,
does.
though. Here's a thought. If these hockey players are so gung-ho, why don't we just have them stop playing hockey and we could watch them play other sports that are better to watch? Like, why don't we watch them play basketball? Just in a real feisty pickup basketball game? That sounds fun. I'd watch
That's
that.
why they're hockey players, Bobby. That's why you don't get hockey, because they would slit your throat with their skate if you asked them to play basketball. What a pussy ass sport.
But if they play it, it wouldn't be. They would just fight each other. It'd be fun.
Maybe. It's kind of like the American professional athletes should all play soccer. Did I send you that clip of Alex Ovechkin
Yeah, we should
playing?
watch him.
Oh, you did. Yeah, you did.
Alex Ovechkin, like 40-year-old Alex Ovechkin, who looks twice as big as everyone on the field, played in some. I think it was a professional. Looked like maybe it was semi-professional. Wasn't like championship league or anything.
Yeah.
But it was a professional soccer match, and he just goes out there and kind of beats the shit out of the guy who scores a goal.
Checks him off the field.
I know Ray's a soccer guy, we always shit on you for it, but do you truly like the American leagues have, I don't even know if it's arguably the best athletes in the world from a hand-eye coordination sports situation. Yes. If they all played soccer, or at least grew up through the soccer leagues the way that they did through basketball and football, would the US be a dominant force in the international soccer?
Yes. It's all the best athletes go to other sports. I mean, you don't see anyone saying, oh, I'm going to go play fucking soccer. I want to go play in the MLS. No, you want to go play in the NBA. You want to go play baseball. You want to go play football. Like, all the best athletes go to other sports. So, yeah, if we had the best athletes, I think America would be dominant in soccer as well.
But is it just because, like, I'm trying to think of a country with, like, bigger humans. Like Europeans are naturally a little bit smaller, just
China. Talk about China.
and those they suck. I mean, so you go to South America. Not a lot of big humans in South America. They're kind of all small.
Russia, just because they dope them all up.
Well, Russia are big humans, but they suck at soccer. All the big human countries suck at soccer.
England,
they all play bigger, rougher sports like rugby or hockey or
France.
America's football.
Brazil.
France is on the cusp. I mean, they're
Germany.
Germany is a good soccer team.
Very good. Very good.
That's what I'm saying.
Very good.
You got some big ass fucking Germans out there, and they've where are they ranked now? They're up there.
They're always like top 5. Yeah, they're always top.
Yeah, they're always up there.
I guess it's like the skill set of soccer. You don't need to be like small and petite. Like you could be fucking
big and just fucking body people.
Yeah,
it's just a different thing. It's a totally different skill set to learn. They would have to. It would take a whole complex behind it to be able to train them up since they were kids.
I don't think like if Kobe Bryant played soccer a lot. He grew up playing soccer. If Kobe Bryant played soccer in Europe, he'd probably be one of the best soccer players of all time.
Mm-hmm. Steve Nash, he'd always dribble a ball before. He was big into soccer in Canada and obviously went the NBA route and was an MVP.
And also got also is the victim of one of the biggest cucks in the history of cucks.
His doctor was delivering a baby and he pulled a magic trick and goes, "Hey, the baby's black. It's not yours."
Steve Nash's wife gave birth to a black baby, of which Steve Nash thought it was one teammate. Immediately divorced his wife. Found out, nope, was a different teammate.
She was a hooah. She was a hooah.
Speaking of, I'm not going to go there. Let's do the Draymond bitching about the NBA.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay, hold on, please.
I'm coaching some team, and she's right. Some team that no one wants to see.
Oh, man.
I had to work so hard to play on Sunday night of All-Star Weekend. And because ratings are down, because the game's bad, we're bringing in rising stars. That's not a fix. I never played in the Rising Stars game. My first 2 years, I didn't touch that game. And these guys get to touch the All-Star floor on Sunday night? Like when the floor is the floor? You know, in America, the president has Air Force One, right?
Yeah.
They have several of those planes. It's only Air Force One if the president's on it. That's the All-Star floor. You have the court, you have the events. It's a nice looking court. When the All-Stars are on the court, now it's the All-Star court. Those guys.
That was long enough. That was longer than I thought it was going to be. Sorry. That's Draymond there bitching about the new NBA tournament style All-Star where they had 3 teams of All-Stars and then they had the Rising Stars and they had a 4-team tournament. Similar to the face-off. No one gave a shit about the NBA. And Draymond bitching that these young kids get to play in the All-Star game while
he had to work for it and get to it, and he didn't do it for 2 years, and he had to be a veteran pretty much to get to that part of his career or whatever.
Thank you. There's a lot of bitching going on about this All-Star weekend, but in an immediate response to Draymond bitching, here's Charles Barkley. This audio sucks a little bit. If you can't hear
it up. I turned it up. No, I turned it up.
Here's Charles Barkley, who was always the voice of reason somehow.
Yeah, and, I'm going to disagree with Draymond a lot. It's listen, we're trying anything. I use the analogy like when your kids mess up the house, you make them clean it up and they complain, and they mess the game up. That's why we're trying kamikaze stuff out here right now. So his generation messed the game up. So don't act like he's mad because they're trying to use rookies, and we're doing every type of trick to make this weekend exciting.
Charles Barkley should have just said LeBron James messed it up. LeBron James messed up all the All-Star. He refused to do the dunk contest. He's making this the All-Star game a show. He's the first All-Star to ever have load management in an All-Star game. He didn't even want to play, and his team won, and he had to be center of attention. It's just LeBron James ruined All-Star weekend.
LeBron James has become he has topped my Kyrie list for most hateable active players in professional
Really?
sports.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
He's extremely hateable.
He's always been cringeworthy and like corny and full of shit, but he is now hateable. He is despicable. Like that move to go to the All-Star game and not say you're injured, give your spot to somebody else, Sabonis or someone else who doesn't get to go all the time, just so you can sit on the sideline with your stupid fucking hat and watch your team win in a silly tournament. LeBron sucks. He's hands down the most hateable, and he's a Diddy guy. So maybe he'll go to jail. Charles Barkley nailed it. You nailed it, Ray. LeBron's era, you stopped. It's the exact opposite of what we just talked in the hockey. We talked about at the beginning of the show. They don't care. We don't want to watch a bullshit. It's not even a pickup game the All-Star game when they play a full game. It's not. There's no defense. I'm not saying anything anybody doesn't know. 250 to 249 is not interesting. No one gives a shit. It comes down to the players. You can
They even took Kobe Bryant dying and made that part of the All-Star weekend by getting to 24 points or something in the fourth quarter. First to 24 win. It's like you're using a guy that died and was like a face of the league for so long, and now you're going to use that to be part of All-Star.
That year, that was a competitive All-Star game. That was the year they played.
So it just takes someone to die?
Well, they all wanted to play for Kobe. They actually tried. The point is they tried.
So LeBron has to die is what you're saying. Okay, LeBron has to die.
Speaking of Kobe with the All-Star game, I heard this on something else where Kobe before when he had retired, but before he had died, was complaining that all these players will go to these pickup basketball games at UCLA, wherever they go, and act like these games, like they live or die on these games, but then come to the All-Star game and play it like they don't care.
Because they're pussies, because they're too afraid to get shown up in front of their peers on national television.
Pretty much.
That's it.
Do you think they would play more for their nations or for their own colleges if they went to college?
Nations. None of them go to college anymore.
Well, I mean, like that'd be a pretty stacked Duke team. It'd be Tatum, fucking Kyrie, Zion. I'm just saying, like if they don't care about their nations, I thought it'd be pretty cool if you could do like that with colleges and shit like that.
The one, and I've heard this a lot of places. Felger has mostly USA versus the world, because the world will push USA to actually try, and USA will not want to try, but they know if they lose, they will get eviscerated. So the world will push them. They will have to push back, and you may get a competition there. But it all boils down to it doesn't matter. You can do whatever gimmicks you want in these things. We've seen it in the Pro Bowl. That's why the Pro Bowl is no longer here. If you don't try, if there's no competition, it doesn't work. That's why the Four Nations thing, which means nothing. I don't even know if there's a trophy. It's so entertaining because you have the best hockey players in the world trying their hardest against each other. And that's why we watch sports. It's very simple. It's a very simple concept. And because they're all bajillionaires with brands, they've got bigger aspirations to think about. And we were drastically, quickly losing the most crucial element of sports, which is competition.
If you try, all be the new commissioners of the NBA.
No, I got a new shirt. If you try, we will watch.
Nice.
Thank you. All-Star weekend.
Send that to Kevin Durant, who's bitching about it. Here, the last thing we'll end on this. It's always nice to hear Kevin Durant bitch. Quote, I think it's more fun to complain about the NBA than actually watch it, Durant wrote. Cancel All-Star weekend, and let's just give everybody a break since we're so miserable around this time. I'm for it. Cancel All-Star weekend. I'm not watching it anyway. I also don't. I'm never one to bitch about All-Star weekends because I just don't watch it. Another thing. Like this goes back to the internet bullying. Just don't go on the fucking internet. Don't like it. Don't watch it. And then
I like the 3-point contest. Dunk contest. Get rid of it. Everything's been done. Everything's been done.
Quats. And Celtics start back up on Thursday.
He jumped over a car. He really jumped over a car. Unlike Blake Griffin, who barely jumped over the side of the hood. That little bitch.
Fair enough. Celtics start Thursday. The game at 7. You got the Four Nations at 8. That hopefully.
I wonder what everyone's going to be watching.
Well, Celtics start at 7. Watch an hour of that, then watch hockey at 8.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. Sold.
I'm just like, let's make it crazy. Trump's going to be there. I don't want this to happen, but an assassination attempt on live TV would be like
this or that with this Bobby right after this. Jesus. I can't talk about LeBron dying, but you want to talk about a president getting assassinated?
Just for the entertainment.
This
is entertainment purposes only on YouTube. This or that with Chief Bobby after this.
Trump would just eat that face shot again and be like, what, bitch? You can't. That wouldn't bother him. Right in the hockey. He'd be like, suck, take that, Canada. I bet Trudeau couldn't take a bullet to the face.
You're probably right. It's probably like, what's the, I'm not going to come up with this. The Office plot with Michael Scott, who's like the threat midnight, double threat midnight.
Yep.
Or the puck is the bomb, whatever. Yeah.
His show that it was the show he was writing.
Yeah. I
It
forget
would
what
just,
the name of it
if anything, it would just add to the Trump mystique, and his power would only grow.
was. Fuck. Yeah. With Bostonians.
Threat level level midnight.
Threat level midnight. Yeah. Can't kill that fucking guy.
Nope. All right, here we go. Would you rather have a 250-pound dog or a 100-pound cat?
250-pound dog, because people that have cats are GAY.
No, it's definitely a 100-pound cat. Like a 250-pound dog is maintenance.
Although Rich did have a mentally challenged cat.
First of all,
wait, no, shut up, Bobby, shut up. Rich had a mentally challenged cat, and that thing was very enjoyable to watch when we got back.
I still have a mentally challenged cat.
I didn't know what
to live forever.
All cats are mentally challenged. Cats are assholes that are only in for themselves. Okay, so that 100-pound cat would terrorize your fucking house. The 250-pound dog would still listen to you. It would just be 250 pounds.
No.
That cat would
cat
ruin your life. It would ruin your furniture. It would
down.
piss on your bed. It would fucking make your life miserable. The
100
dog is the answer.
Can't
Thank you,
move.
Bobby. Bobby's right. Shut up, Rich. Bobby's right.
Yeah. Mozzarella sticks or potato skins?
Potato skins with sour cream.
Dicks. No, potato skins are the worst.
What?
If a potato skin is executed correctly, it's good, but it's like 70% of the time it's ruined.
It's a potato. It's poor people food. Ireland, the Irish.
Oh, but
food
fried cheese isn't poor people's food?
No, it's delicious.
It's easier on your teeth, isn't it?
I agree
Cheese,
with
you have to make cheese. Potato grows out of fucking rocks. You need a cow, and then you have to ferment it and make the cheese, and you get the dough. There's a process. A fucking potato is grown out of rocks, and you put it in an oven and pull it out and put some shit on it. Here's your potato skin. Pay me my $12.50. Fucking idiots.
Have you ever had a double fried potato skin? It's delicious.
Double fried potato skin is what you're really calling it.
That was a layup. That was a lap. Go ahead, Bobby.
Cape Cod or Rhode Island vacation?
Rhode Island, because Cape Cod, oh my God. It's that bridge in the summertime. It's like it takes forever to get back home. Give me Rhode Island.
Yeah, I agree. Rhode Island's more accessible. I think give me Rhode Island. Better beaches. Cape Cod, once you get on to Cape Cod, I feel like there's less traffic and less people than there is in Rhode Island. But
yeah, but getting there sucks.
Yeah,
ain't going home.
Getting there's a bitch. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Sledding or ice skating?
Ice skating, because you don't have to walk back up the hill.
Sledding's way more fun.
Oh,
it is. Sledding is very fun, but the work for it is just too much.
No. Ice skating is on your feet. Ugh.
Yeah, ice skating's terrible, and I'm terrible at it, and I fall.
Didn't your people invent skate?
No, they did not. That is incorrect.
Yeah. What was this? No.
That was not me. That was Bill. I know it was lacrosse, but
yeah, he had said something about hockey.
I let Bill have his day.
The natives did not invent skating, and the Canadians did not invent hockey either. They keep going, but the Egyptians or someone invented hockey. So
yeah, because I see a lot of I see a lot of water over there for ice skating.
Hey, just like the text chain earlier, Google that shit in our break and let me know what you come up with after this break, please.
Okay, absolutely.
President's Day or MLK? Better day off work.
I don't get either of them, so I don't know.
I got Monday off. It was very nice.
I'm gonna go MLK Day for the DEI.
Yeah, you would, loser.
They're slowly dying. We're gonna get ours in.
Yeah, I agree. The first one, it completes a string of days off. It's closer. All right. Which of these will end Patrick Mahomes' run here sooner? His family hijinks or Andy Reid's eventual death?
Andy Reid's eventual death, because that's going to happen sooner than later.
A quick divorce, and he's free.
I feel like his family is going off the rails here, and they're gonna drag him down.
I don't know. Look at Brady. A couple divorces. He's still on the top of the mountain. You lose.
But that was based off of all his own sexual hijinks.
Andy Reid is the brain trust there. Without him, Mahomes will take a dip.
Give me the family. I think they're gonna fuck it up. Give me the family.
You might be right.
Cheese doodles or Cheetos, the better snack.
Cheese doodles.
I think the answer is Cheetos.
I think we've been this before. Cheetos are crunchy.
Yeah, Cheetos crunchy.
Cheetos.
Or the less crunchy.
I think I'd do the crunchy.
Give me the dude. You just sit there and go.
That's gross.
That's how you eat a doodle.
Want me to show you how you eat your mother?
Oh, no, come on.
It's
just come right. You are lap.
Way off. We need to recalibrate the mother joke on this show. Okay,
No more. Enough.
All right, sorry.
All right. Poop outside in an outhouse with your cell phone, or only poop indoors without one.
Outside with the cell phone.
It's
I
hard.
pooped inside without a phone. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Like you just look
I literally
around.
sat down to crap, but I didn't have my phone. I pulled my pants up and walked over to get it. Like it's that bad.
I've done that before too. Can I just give other reading materials?
No, you have to sit in silence with your thoughts and poop.
That's fine. You know how much fucking time I would save? Give me that. I will. My efficiency will double without my phone inside taking a dump. I have
It's
a
just
real
the thought of it.
I know when you're shitting. I know when Rich is shitting because the Instagram things that come through the phone, I'm like, he's shitting. He's shitting right now. It's just fucking nonstop. Boom, boom, boom. Double text exchange. I'm in with him. Boom, boom.
It's the only
boom.
time we
Like,
look at like, the social media things, and they're great. And it's like because I don't look at them like ever unless I'm pooping. So they all fucking store up. I feel like so I'm like, man, these are all good. I don't want to send them all out, but I have to. They're fucking fantastic.
Yeah, very good. Have a boss that constantly calls you with nonsense, or one that occasionally hugs you and tickles you.
Nonsense. I don't like to be tickled or touched or.
You want him calling you right now, though? You
Fuck
want your
that.
boss calling you at 9 o'clock? He's like, "Hey,
I wouldn't. You think I'm gonna answer the
Ray,
phone?
I know you did some of that plumbing stuff. Is everything plumbed right? Are you gonna be able to plumb it tomorrow?"
He calls me during the day. I look at my phone. I go, nope, and I just put my phone down. That's all you have to do.
I would take the occasional tickling and hugging. I don't want to be bothered.
You would.
I don't want to be bothered.
I got one for you real quick. The earliest ice skating likely began in Scandinavia and Finland over 4,000 years ago. The first skates were made from animal bones and were used to travel on frozen lakes and waterways, and not in Egypt. And if anyone thought it was in Egypt, they're an idiot.
Okay. Do we say skating? I think pretty sure I said hockey, dickhead.
No, you said skating. You said skating.
I said fucking hockey. God damn it. Quick break. Simplest minds of the week. God fucking damn it. Every time. Just listen to all the words. Read.
Oh, back to school to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
I will say, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me, I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. Bit of a day walker myself.
Are you stupid or something? I'm as stupid as a stupid does.
Fucking.
The origins of hockey are debated with evidence of similar games in Egypt, Greece, Iran, and Ireland. Sorry, Rich.
The NFL starts Simplest Minds of the Week this week. Please.
It was all lies. We owe Richie Incognito an apology. 12 years ago, he was suspended from the second half of the 2013 season and all of 2014 season for bullying his teammate, Jonathan Martin. An investigation was done and said that he was to have been found of conduct detrimental to the team. Jonathan Martin just did a string of interviews with ESPN where this subject was brought up, and he said it was all a lie. His mommy was the one who put out reports saying he was getting bullied. He said, I was in a bad place mentally, so he decided to destroy the careers of all these other people because he didn't want to play football anymore. So his mommy put out these reports. ESPN and the media ran with it. Richie Incognito went to Twitter on a barrage of tweets just saying couldn't cut it the NFL, so his mom blamed him. Legacy media pushed the narrative, blah, blah, blah. So 12 years later, this comes out. The damage is already done. Millions of dollars lost, jobs lost, all because some didn't want to play football anymore, so he decided to blame someone else. Him and his mommy.
Can't say pussy nowadays.
Guess not. Saw that one cross the feed while I was pooping. That was a big splash. That was
it's not really talking about much. They're not talking about it. Not talking about it in the media that much.
Oh, I don't hear that in the media at all.
Well, yeah, because they're not going to admit that they were wrong.
Especially Schefter. Schefter was the big one that broke the big news on that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel for the reporters and that they're just getting information that they're getting. Clearly, like, ESPN is being made out to be the bad guy.
I think one person tells them, and they're like, "Oh, here we go."
I don't know. I think you don't think Schefter's a two source verifier. He's been in the business for 1,000 years. That story, I mean, it's been 12 years. It was clearly a conspiracy of that going on within those organizations. Like, we can yell at ESPN and all of the programs that ran that. Sure, I guess. How about we yell at the people that actually did it? The Jonathan, whatever his fucking name is, who lied about it and ruined Richie Incognito's career and anybody else associated with it. Those are the fucking assholes. And the mother, like, let's bury them, not ESPN. Fuck them. They just fucking lied about this guy because they couldn't handle their own shit.
How long was he suspended for?
They should like be at least fined. Like, I guess they could. You could sue him for defamation and take their money, I guess. But
yeah,
how come that already hasn't happened? If
I don't know.
Maybe Richie doesn't have enough money for a lawyer.
I'm sure Incognito has enough money. He was a all-pro.
Is he in Florida?
I'm sure he's in Florida.
So Timmy B could probably
a Florida trash bag. Yes,
definitely.
Timmy B could help him out, right?
I'm sure he's in Florida. He didn't make it down there. He came back. Here's a couple of good old-fashioned ones for you. Here's a good old-fashioned prankster. Female prankster pretending to be a marshal sends Glasgow runners on a 10K run on a detour during the race. The runners at the 10K trail race in Glasgow were sent in the wrong direction by a prankster. A good old prankster pretending to be a marshal who buried arrow signs marking the course. So just, you're on a race, the arrow points you in this direction. She just,
she went the other way. Or she just took it.
Why can't I remember the fucking, Bugs Bunny. She Bugs Bunny'd him. She just took the arrow and said, no, not this way, go this way. And wouldn't you know it, people got all sensitive about it. One of the runners says there's a fine line between it being humorous prank and an incident. Had one of our runners, not all of whom were local, got more lost when they were warming clothes, refreshments, or first aid were at the finish line. I asked the saboteur, who we believe is female, to consider the above, which I'd like to think they hadn't thought of on Sunday. What if someone got hurt?
I think
it's very funny.
I think it's hilarious.
You want in a 10K? How about a 15K?
Yeah. How about a marathon?
Have
fun. I direct him right to the hood, whatever the worst part of the neighborhood is. Direct him that way. See you fucking make it through that.
That's just a lesson for anybody who wants to run in like organized running events, which I think are weird. If running for charity or something, I guess you want to go like put some money in a basket and run a 5K and get a beer after. Okay.
So the Boston Marathon's weird to you?
All marathons are fucking weird to me, but the marathon is at least a competition. Like you get a prize. The 10K is not a competition. Like they're.
I got what you're saying. Like a 5K or like a
let's all
runner.
gather and go for a run. Like get the fuck out of here. Go up the hill, dummies.
I used to drink before doing those. It was fun. Those were fun.
I'm all for things that people do that cause the misfortune of others and amuse me.
Here's one for you then. A man lost 600 million pounds of Bitcoin fortune, considers buying a landfill site to search for it. The man who believes he accidentally lost the Bitcoin fortune in a council rubbish tip is exploring the possibility of buying the landfill site before it is shut. I think both of these stories are from Europe, so the language is weird. James Howells from Newport in South Wales, there you go, claimed his ex-girlfriend mistakenly, this is the kicker, which I think you guys would like. His ex-girlfriend mistakenly threw out the hard drive containing thousands of Bitcoins.
There's nothing worse than dumb biddies throwing out your fucking Bitcoin fortune.
At least he had the sense.
This is me off.
Ex-girlfriend. Yeah, I knew it would. I knew it would land.
Has to be ex, yeah. A
39-year-old IT worker say they're worth more than 600 million pounds. He has been trying to recover them since 2013. The landfill is
that woman just took them and she's gone, just fucking living up with that 600 mil, baby.
Uh-huh.
She's like, yeah, I threw it out. Sorry.
How desperate do you have to be? The landfill
that's a lot of money.
expected to close this year, so he's thinking about buying the landfill and then just going and
searching for it. Yeah.
Now
that everyone knows about
years
it,
of
why
trash.
wouldn't anyone else be looking for it right now?
Like, well, what do you?
What landfill?
He doesn't say what it's on. It's going to be on a hard drive, like it's on a flash drive.
It's like on a fucking floppy disk.
thumbnail in the middle.
It's a floppy disk.
He's looking for the floppy disk that's got a flag that says 600 million.
He puts it in his computer. It's an Oregon Trail.
It's like a wild goose chase. He's trying to get people to go out there and find it. Then he finds it. It's just a picture of his dong on a USB. He's like,
That's the greatest prank of all time. Greatest prank.
Would be.
I don't know why. Like, why wouldn't he just go in there every day? Like, past 12 years. I am curious on like what device it's on. Is it on a floppy disk? Is it on a? It's got to be on a hard drive. That's the likely answer. It's just like a regular black hard drive. Talking about needle in a haystack. Good. I mean, good luck, man. And
hopefully finds it.
I'm sure that Bobby's probably right. The chick has it. She's gone, and she's holding.
She's in Thailand getting dick down to this guy's 600 mil.
I think they do the opposite in Thailand, but we will.
Lady boys.
We're gonna have to beep that. This has been the Simon Sports Show. Friday Rewind live Wednesday, February 19th. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.